Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a Xenophase blade build for the Techmarine class in Space Marine 2 patch 12.0. Now the Xenophase blade, this patch actually got a 10% base damage increase. That has helped it quite a bit. It actually has a ton of synergy with the Techmarine in general, and mainly because the Techmarine can stagger guys mid-power rake with his servo gun, because your servo gun strikes are completely free of animation, which means you just get to parry an enemy, shoot them with the servo gun to stagger them while you charge up a power rake with the ancient technology perk, and that is really powerful and lets you do a ton of AoE damage. And on top of that, the Techmarine also just has a tremendous amount of melee damage perks. Things like Arc Cleave for a 20% multiplicative damage increase on charged melee attacks, which does include the power rake. Things like Push the Advantage, and also things like Furious Gunstrike, the prestige perk tree. So he really is a melee damage powerhouse, even though he's quite squishy. Now, for the Xenophase Blade perk setup, I do take the perk here, Armored Strength first. If your armor rating, melee damage increases by 10%. Moving here into the perk, Master of Offense. After you switch to your sword combat style, you will deal 20% more melee damage for 5 seconds. The cooldown is 10 seconds. This perk is pretty much just a free damage buff. I mean, the one down here you can also take if you want. It's just a 20% range damage reduction instead of melee damage buff. They're both okay for different reasons. I just prefer the damage one because I think damage is predominantly king on weapons in this game, and this one is no different. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength, down here into the perk Perpetual Strength again. Then we pick up the perk Tranquility, which is kind of redundant here at times, but on this class, you could use the no knockback in Power World because Techmarine has pretty trash no knockback perks, so actually pretty decent synergy with him. Next perk here is Melee Onslaught. This weapon deals 10% more melee damage. Moving here to the perk Hard Target, and then the final perk here, or I should say the most important perk, Cutting Edge. Power Rake deals 50% more melee damage. Power Rake is by far the best attack on the Power Sword anyways, and the heroic version of this, the Xenophase Blade, has the perk here, Ancient Technology, that makes your Power Rakes have a larger radius on top of having a 20% damage buff. Now, this will actually allow you to do things like chop Enlightened Zangors out of the sky very easily, Zoanthropes, and even Neurothropes. Really useful option, which is why we pretty much always take power rake damage on this. And on top of that, it will also just charge up off of Arc Cleave, like I mentioned before, so great synergy. Next perk here is Extremis Slayer, up here into Majora Slayer. Then I take Terminus Slayer for just all the best damage buffs here, pretty much. And the final perk you can grab here is Power Restoration or Speed Restoration. That is up to you. Both of these will double your CHP regen for their respective stands. Now, for the primary here, I just take the Heroic Heavy Bolt Rifle. I did take this weapon to Chaos, and the thing about this weapon is that having a grenade launcher to instantaneously recover your CHP on Techmarine, that is incredibly valuable. The Techmarine really is a stupidly squishy class at times, and the biggest problem with this guy is that when you get knocked back in this game as Techmarine, you're on the floor for like what feels like an eternity pretty much. You will be bopped around constantly, and having an option to just switch to a grenade and just get all of your contested health back, even if like you lose a little bit, that is incredibly valuable for him on top of stagger, and also the bolter portion is quite good in this gun. So overall, I do think this is currently the best weapon for Techmarine. Now, for the perk tree on this, we pretty much just build all for grenades. Number one, extended magazine, increased capacity. Both of these perks will up the total ammo reserves of your grenades, which is very useful for Techmarine for obvious reasons. Then move here to the perk magazine restoration for a better ammo economy. And then I pick up Cleaving Fire, into the perk remote threat, into the perk here Great Might, up into Headhunter, into the most important perk, Recoupment. Now, this perk reads, killing a Majora's level or higher enemy with a headshot of this weapon restores an armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. Now, armor restore on Techmarine is a lifesaver. Like I said before, Techmarine gets knocked around all the damn time in this game, and if you get knocked down and there's like an enraged warrior that's about to whack you and you don't have armor up, you're pretty much fucked sometimes. Like, you might just get one shot because your HP is the lowest HP pool in the entire game outside of Sniper, but unlike Sniper, you do not have perks like Conviction or Persistence on this guy. They give him like a 45% health damage reduction. You just sit there and take it. So if you don't have armor up, you're just going to get hit for full damage. Because the way the armor works in Space Marine 2 is that any incoming melee hit will be reduced to 0 damage no matter what, even if it's from bosses. So this perk is pretty much saying like one armor every 15 seconds is one potential death hit gone, which is very strong. Next perk here is Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies rapid succession restores your health by 10%. This is also a really good perk for Techmarine because if you are below 30% HP on Techmarine, you are probably about to die, and being able to go above that at all is incredible for him, and also is very easy to trigger because you have a fucking grenade launcher. Next perk here, Perpetual Penetration. Moving here into the perk Divine Might. Then I pick up the perk Extended Magazine for more grenades, and that's pretty much all there is for the primary setup. Now, for our secondary weapon, I do take the Rate of Fire Plasma Pistol, mainly because this weapon has great CHP recovery, great stagger, and pretty good damage. And like I said before, one of the things that the Techmarine lacks is stagger and the ability to recover CHP, so this really does make up for that quite a bit. I think this weapon is still one of the best for the side secondaries in the entire game at the moment. It really has been since like patch 10, and it's still top tier in patch 12. And the perk tree really has not changed at all, so just build this way. Now, for our perk tree, which is by far the most important thing about this entire build, I do start off with the god tier combo of Precision Enhancement and Lethal Perimeter. The Servo Gun Precision Enhancement turns your Servo Gun into like a sniper shot, and I think this is currently the best combo in the game, potentially better than the Plasma and Burn, which is crazy to say, but really, at the moment, Precision Enhancement does so much damage in the game versus both Chaos and Tyranids that if you put your like little Lethal Perimeter down while you have this, anything in that zone, it's just gonna fucking die. Like, that's just the truth. It will just go into Execute, it will stop once they're in Execute stance. That allows you to trigger perks like your Recoupment on their brains because they'll be in Execute. You can shoot them in the head for armor back and then execute another guy and then you're up to armor. This perk combo is incredible. If you're unaware what I'm even talking about here, Lethal Perimeter is the signature perk that says the Servo Gun marks a zone and automatically attacks enemies that enter it using 50% less energy per shot. This perk is incredible. The amount of value you get off of this is just a top tier option. The Precision Enhancement getting a 50% reduction in each use when it does as much damage as it actually does currently is just such a value proposition in this game that you pretty much always want to pick this up. And this also hilariously makes it easier to actually target the guys you want because the way this functions is like an Auspex scan where you hold down your Q button, you have like a little zone you can basically aim, and you can release the Q button or whatever your class ability button is for your controller on a console, and you just shoot at the zone, and then anything that enters that zone will get shot at by your Precision Enhancement as long as you have a line of sight to them. So really easy to use. If you want to turn it off, you just hit Q again, or your class ability, and just turn it off. So it's super easy, really powerful, and one of the best combos in the game. Next perk here is Arc Cleave. Damage from charged melee attacks increases by 20%. We are using a Xenophase blade, and just like on Assault with Overcharge, it is a super valuable perk for him and a super valuable perk here. Next perk here is Push the Advantage. After a finisher, your melee weapon deals 20% more damage for 15 seconds. This is just a free melee damage buff for just doing the combat loop of the game. This is a great perk. I'm actually shocked that it has a 15-second uptime, but a really good option here too. Next perk I take is Reinforced Position because I do build for turrets quite a bit in this build. And this one says all team members within 15 meters of an active Torrential Sentry Gun take 25% less damage and deal 15% more damage. This is some of the best damage reduction you're going to find in the game for any perk. It is quite limited in terms of actually how it's activated, but once it's actually active, a 25% damage reduction in this game is very strong. And usually, you don't find that thing outside of classes like Bulwark with Glory's Shield because this perk is incredible for the damage reduction, and this one actually gives you even more. So your Sentry Guns are very valuable on their own, and having damage reduction on top of them is great. And it also helps out your entire team. Next perk here is Synergistic Arsenal. Servo Gun recharge rate increases by 25% when you are near a Torrential Sentry Gun. Now, even though the description here does not tell you, you do have to actually be within 15 meters, and the Torrential Sentry Gun has to be active. Just keep that in mind. And a 25% recharge rate increase is very noticeable and really good for your nuclear bomb of a sniper shot, which is Precision Enhancement. Next perk here is Augmented Tarantula. Torrential Sentry Gun damage increases by 30%, and the ammo increases by 50%. This is just a super valuable perk as well because number one, you're getting a longer lasting sentry gun, which means this perk and this perk are up for longer, and on top of that, you are shooting enemies for longer, and on top of that, you have more damage per shot. So one of the best perks for like any sentry build. I think this one is super damn good, and Torrential Sentry Guns kind of carry this class at times like when you play properly, so great option. Next perk is Strategic Gunstrike. A servo gun only targets Majora's level or higher enemies and deals 20% more damage than targets more than 20 meters away. If you are taking the Precision Enhancement here, you just pick up this perk, because if you don't have this perk, you will be wasting your shots on Minoras, and that is the worst feeling in the world, even with Lethal Perimeter. Just take this. Also, this allows you to like one burst an entire Neurothrope boss, which is pretty cool, so I'm sure it's like enticing enough for most people want to take this anyway, so definitely pick it up. And the final perk is Lethal Perimeter for the reasons I mentioned before, and that's pretty much all there is for the main perk tree. Now, for our prestige perks, I do take chain headshots first for more headshot damage on our bolter weapon, and then I pick up what I think is pretty much a mandatory perk on this class, which is Indomitable. You become invulnerable to damage while activating the Transient Sentry Gun. This perk just saves your life. It makes it so free to activate any sentry gun that you pretty much see on the map, and I would just always pick this up, guys. It's pretty much a built-in perk on any build I have at this point, because without this, you run the risk of losing like 90% of your HP for just activating one of your base starting perk abilities. So just pick this one up. Next perk here is Stim Boost for Medicaid Stim, destroying 40% more HP, and the final perk I take is Furious Gunstrike for more melee damage on a gunstrike, mainly because you can pretty much incorporate a melee gunstrike, or excuse me, a gunstrike into your melee damage buff very easily into this, because you have a gameplay loop that just gives you a free gunstrike in the middle of your power rake. So really easy to pull off, and that also helps you hit some breakpoints, especially in being able to kill things like bosses. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much all there is for this build. The Xenophase blade is actually like shockingly good right now, especially on the Techmarine. Like, I was surprised that I found this one to be very similar in performance to like my Power Axe, my Omni Cyan Axe. I actually liked it more than I liked some of the knife builds I was using, and I think it is way better on him than some of the other options he has, because this wider angle on your power rake, it just helps his Horde clear, and Horde clear is like kind of the whole thing about this guy, so anything that helps him do that is going to be pretty decent. So hopefully I gave you an idea of what I was talking about for this build, maybe some build ideas of your own, and as always, thank you for watching, take it easy, bye.
I have a loadout station right here, so I might as well take advantage of that if he's stuck fighting like Rubric Marines inside. Now we can go shoot him in the face. Can you not get out of the doorway? That's actually hilarious. Hold on. Wait. He's stuck in the doorway? Oh, no he's not. He found a way out.
Formidable Tyranid organism terminate. Bioform destroyed. Servo gun is fully operational.
Alright, I'm gonna activate those turrets.
We have enough power to counter this. They cannot be allowed to fail.
Your need aligns with our objectives, Commander.
Tyranids are swarming. We have a quarter of the energy we need.
Reloading. Refreshing armaments. Minor Tyranid on my mark. Xenos Alpha base eradicated.
I think we have time to go set up this one too.
3/4 of Republics are
Oh, that's gonna be
being
neat.
overrun.
Xenophase is actually pretty good at cleaning up the crash. Both Zangors and Hormigons.
My sub-harness gunboat this. Lictor-class Tyranid vanquished.
Alright, there's a
I can restore this century's
Ravener down there.
Gargoyles are attacking the generators.
Gargoyles are attacking the generators.
Ravener combat effectiveness 0. Silence the enemies before Gunstrike ready to deploy. You only need a sliver more. Full reserve. Have enough power to shut the gates. Large Tyranid organism destroyed. All foes attempt to call off fresh, restoring sentry to mass ready status. Enemy reinforcements are unlocked. Replenishing ordnance.
Okay. Sentry guns slap.
I heard tales of the prowess of the
Yeah, when you take a build like this, building the sentry guns feels so free.
Maintain defensive fire, soldiers, and beware our flanks. Viridian, I have deployed a Redemptor Dreadnought in your vicinity. Let the infantry defend the stronghold. Rendezvous with the Dreadnought and drive the Thousand Suns out of the Ecclesiarchy Cathedral. This is the best chance we can give the Cadians to control this sector. No turning back. Understood. Plotting convergence.
Alright, this
trajectories.
speaks.
Maintain defensive positions around these generators. I am registering a strong psionic emanation from the Ecclesiarchy complex.
Not the
We must
Ecclesiarchy.
collapse the warp rift before the enemy gains a foothold. I am here. Some chasm stands between us. Our orders indicating allied soldiers fought well.
Alright, open up. I forgot to wait for the dreadnought here. We got rid of the first boss fight here, but I'm a little worried about like a Hellbrood spawn.
Waste no time, brothers. More killing awaits us. Hallowed brother, how fares your approach to the cathedral? Venerable Voltus, it is good to see you on the battlefield.
Was a mad assault skip on this map, right? Yeah, I put out a video of it actually. Okay, I don't want to be. Doesn't do any damage. Hold on. Yeah, they all got stuck down here. See, having two factions on a map is pretty convenient for this shit, because all the reinforcements just fight each other. Oh, it's my guardsman. Hold on, I want to kill you guys. See, they've been stuck fighting this guy over here. Good job, guardsman. They just killed that Terminator with their fucking hellbores. Good stuff. They're promoted. What the hell is this?
Acquired additional resources. Waiting on you. War gear in hand. Obstacle removed. These corrupted wretches cannot withstand my light. Our hallowed brother is a finely calibrated war machine. Activating Tarantula sentry gun. Cycling cartridges.
Does the turret have quote-unquote unlimited ammo? Yes. So as long as you don't have it actually get destroyed, you can just keep on restarting it, basically. Ammunition just means how long it goes until it goes into standby again.
Determining flight vector. The Hill Drake is leaving. This pathway is blocked.
There's a relic back here. Ah, convenient.
Utility of unidentified technology.
Oh, it's not like a little glimmer.
Servo harness gun available. No turning back. Understood. Traversal may proceed. Defensive position around the Redemptor while he breaks through. Pick off their sharpshooters first. I'm taking too much damage. Brother Voltus requires time to recalibrate. Kill the attacker. Kill the attackers.
He just died.
Heretical treachery cannot withstand righteous starlight. Terminator, disgrace with its tactical dreadnought armor. Traitor at objective sighted. Sharpshooters nullified. Servo gunners. No treachery will stand before me.
Ah, turret. Like that.
My servo harness cannot handle this. The Redemptor dreadnought is taking fire. Deception is crumbling. Servo harness gun available.
Wait, did they just kill him? Hold on. He's downed up here. No, he's not. Alright, it doesn't just nuke them. Definitely hit him though. I think just like shot him through the, the little gap. Pretty good.
Arcane trickery wilts in the face of our armory's mightiest champions. Refreshing armaments. Reloading.
Now, last time I played this mission, this part got bugged. stopped working.
I smite you back to the abyss! I am logging this triumph for your scroll of honor, hallowed brother.
Ultramarines, praise the Emperor!
Unknown box communicator. Identify yourself.
Okay. I think we're free to cross the bridge now.
I am hidden inside the cathedral. Heretics stormed this center and slaughtered my garrison of Canadians by dark rituals. Canadian troops left behind heavy explosives. Alas, they never got to use them against the archenemy.
The Xenophase damage buff is so good for breakpoints.
Gather the explosive charges and place them.
Alright, Arachnade.
Who dares face me? Arcane trickery wilts in the face of our armory's mightiest champions. Servants of the Dark Gods sighted. Set the explosives to ensure proper destruction. Narrative specialist suppressed. Carrying a blasting charge. Servo harness gun. Hellspawn vivisection complete.
Why shooting at me?
Demolition charge in hand. Formidable heretic.
Oh, it's you.
Suppressed. Stop. Unit identified. You desecrated your power armor, heretic.
Should be a very easy exit now.
Cast this desecrated sanctorium down. Bury these heretics, so they never see starlight again.
Trigger the charges and advance to the egress point before the cathedral falls. Twist. Follow in my wake, and you survive this day.
I am grateful for your offer, Ancient One. But my place is here. I will speak prayers of consecration over the cathedral's final moments.
Explosive charges properly positioned. Rendezvous with Brother Lotus. The choice is the Archdeacon's to make. Reloading.
The heretics are everywhere.
The very vortex-looking vortex up there.
Traitors and heretics crumble under our onslaught. Stall the traitors' attack. The demolition charges will do the rest. Disruption successful.
I like how the plan to like break a vortex open was just blow it up.
Prepare for your next deployment.
Like that's the only solution.